This is episode 4 of Music Chatterbox Singapore Season 2. Today we have our final pair of talented musicians, Syarfa and Sheng Rong, who will be introducing to us the Malay drums, rebana hadrah, as well as the Chinese drums, paigu. Today we're at Wisma Geylang Serai with our two talented percussionists, Syarfa and Sheng Rong.
Hello.
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 I'm super excited to hear about your musical journeys. Sheng Rong, why don't you start?
Okay, so I actually started playing Chinese percussion when I'm in secondary school, and then afterwards I moved on to the Chinese orchestra in Temasek Poly. I went on to join SNYCO, and also I became a member of a Chinese wind percussion group called Reverberance. And right now I'm actually a student in NAFA studying Western percussion.
Wow, so you're a full-time music student.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic to hear. I hope you are pursuing your dreams.
Yes, I am.
So Syarfa, what about you?
I started when I was in primary 3, and then my mom sent me to a school, which is the Kompang and Hadrah school.
Have you started performing outside also?
Yeah, I started performing outside when I was in ITE. I do have a few bands like Bloko Singapura, Nadi Singapura, and then Djembe Singapore Club, something like that. So I will just perform with them.
So what kind of opportunities do you have to perform this?
After my ITE days, I get to perform with a band called Alunada. That band is actually more onto the Malay traditional music.
So how is it like studying at NAFA? Like you said you specialize now in Western percussion.
Yeah. It's a very different practice because the way we go about learning Chinese and Western percussion is very different. Of course, in NAFA, the experience is pretty holistic towards the Western percussion side of learning. Yeah, like you said, I'm living my dream because I'm doing what I like. Just doing music 24/7.
Would you say that learning it in a school, in a NAFA setting, even though it's focused on Western percussion, it kind of also helps the Chinese percussion side?
Yeah, actually it does because there's a lot of cultural references. There's a lot of musical reference or like borrowings in terms of their language between Chinese and Western percussion. So I actually learned a bit of the Malay percussion too. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Malay percussion and then Indian percussion, and also the more mainstream one like drum set.
Oh, that's good. So you get to diversify your portfolio and learn many different things.
Yeah.
Well, important question. Now that you've learned all these instruments from different cultures, which is your favorite?
Because I started from Chinese percussion, so of course I feel like I'm more biased towards that. I wouldn't say I have a favorite, but I think one of the cool ones is the paigu. So because the paigu itself is actually very similar to the Western toms, and you get to play very fast passages, so it actually makes you look pretty cool. So, okay, let me demonstrate. Okay, so one of the cool things about paigu is that I can actually play fast passages. The other thing is cross-sticking, so let me show you what's cross-sticking.
So what about you, Syarfa? What about the hadrah made you fall in love with this instrument and continue doing it after so many years?
I really love this instrument because it makes me feel like I'm closer to my friends and also the community. A few years ago, I joined Nadi Singapura. That is more into the Malay drumming and percussion ensemble.
So how's your experience like performing with them?
Actually, I feel really grateful to be part of Nadi Singapura because seeing each and every one of them putting their time and energy to a production is really beautiful.
Thanks so much to both of you for sharing your musical journeys with us. But right now, let's focus on the instruments. Let's start with the paigu again.
Okay. So as you can see, there's 4 drums in front of me. So for the paigu itself, there's many different ways of arranging the paigu. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm putting it the highest pitch at my left and then the lowest on my right. So when we play, we actually go up and down.
And then for the hadrah, I only see one.
Yeah, actually, it is handheld. Yeah, so there's a few tones to it, actually. So there's a low tone, and then the high, and then what we call the ting. So there's three parts. There's ting, which is using your fingertips. And then there's tone. You have to close your hands like this, together, and then tone. And then after that, we have chap. So it's the same as tone, but we have to open and then play it in the center of the drum. So 3. Simple.
So for handheld, there are 3 ways of playing it.
Yeah.
But other than handheld, can you also put it down?
Yeah, so I usually put it on stand and play things like scraping the skin or maybe beating the frame. So the sound will be like, to create wind sound. And also usually if we dance or have a choreography, so usually we will do this. Yeah, so there's many ways. And also lastly, we also have finger rolls.
Nice. Even though it's such a small instrument, but the number of sounds that can come out is really very diverse. Now, it's your turn to impress us again.
Okay. So for the paigu itself, there are also a few ways to play it. So the very first one that's pretty common, it's the muted playing. So this is what we usually do. We just go. So we can switch between muted and open playing. So and then afterwards, there's also the rim playing. So instead of playing it on the skin of the drum, we actually go on the rim. Something like that. And also for more contemporary pieces, usually the composers will want us to use our hands instead to probably replicate the sound of other drum instruments. So we can just go. We can just. Yeah, something like that.
Wow, very impressive. You know, the thing about percussion instruments is that people usually think of them as, isn't it just hitting the surface? But actually there's a lot of techniques that are unknown to the layman. So you guys are both masters. So this is the perfect time to test your skills and understanding of your respective instruments via a fun and interactive game. Let's have a look.
Each player will pick a ball from the box, and depending on its color, you will be tested on your skills and understanding of your instruments. What are we waiting for? Let's play.
All right, so we have 1 green ball and 1 blue ball. So I'm actually very excited because this is the 4th episode, but it's the first time that someone has picked the green ball. To celebrate that, let's go with Syarfa first. For the green ball, what you need to do is to perform something that is a bit more wacky, unexpected, something that can wow us.
Okay, I'll try. So usually kompang and hadrah, there will be a few interlocking patterns. For example, basic, lead rhythms, and also rhythmic beats. So for today, I'm going to show you the rhythmic beats.
Nice. So do you know what you need to do for the blue ball?
No, can you explain it again?
So for the blue ball, you need to tell us a story. Ideally, it comes with also a demonstration about you and this instrument.
Okay. Okay, so the very first solo that I played on the paigu is actually this piece called Long Term Fu Yue.
How many years ago was this?
If I remember correctly, I think when I was around secondary 2. So that's when I'm 14 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's probably 11 years ago. And because this piece is very popular, so I'm pretty sure anyone who plays in Chinese orchestra definitely knows about this piece. Anyone that plays the paigu definitely knows how to play the solo of it. Yeah. Help me hold the ball.
Sure.
Applause to him! We're truly celebrating music on a high note, and it's great to have such a passionate pair share their music journey with us. For the last episode, we're going to have a music video that brings back all 8 musicians, so stay tuned for that. But first, a duet between the paigu and hadrah. Syarfa and Sheng Rong, time to take it away. What a journey has been the past 4 episodes.
It has definitely been a tough journey.
It should be a joyous occasion.
I'm living my dream because I'm doing what I like, just doing music 24/7.
Seeing each and every one of them putting their time and energy to a production is really beautiful.